Good morning everyone. So today we will discuss accounting concept and conventions. So first we will revise because we know that name of these concept and convention. First is going concern concept, consistency concept, accrual concept, business entity concept, money measurement concept, accounting period concept, cost concept, dual aspect concept, revenue recognition concept, matching concept and objectivity concept. And on the other side we have conventions, convention of full disclosure, convention of materiality and convention of conservatism. Now we will understand the going concern concept. Going concern concept. So what is a going concern concept? Going concern concept explain itself with the help of its name. As name says, this is the concept which believes that business continue to exist for a longer period of time. Business will exist. First thing is, this concept says that business will exist for a longer period of time. Now when business is saying that it is exists for a longer period of time, so that transactions which are recorded in the books of business with the assumption that it is containing enterprise, and it is on the concept that we record fixed assets at their original cost and depreciation is charged on these assets without reference to their market value. And along with that, अगर in simple word we try to understand what is going concern concept. So we can say that we are assuming that whatever we have in the business, that will be long lasting, that will be with us for a longer period of time. For example, assets. If you have the assets, you will if you have furniture, if you have machinery, you will not assume that day after tomorrow this will be outdated or day after tomorrow this will not work. You will always assume that this particular machinery you have for several years or for many upcoming years, so that you can charge debt, so that you can charge depreciation. Now depreciation means what? You know that whenever we are using any assets, whenever you are using any machinery, furniture and electronic equipment, after some time the value of that electronic equipment not remain same at what price you have purchased. जिस भी कॉस्ट में आपने खरीदा है वो कॉस्ट सेम नहीं रहती है. तो वो जो कॉस्ट, सपोज हमने 10,000 में कोई चीज खरीदी और 3 साल बाद उसकी कॉस्ट हो गई 6,000. सो ये जो बीच का डिफरेंस है 4,000, ये क्या है? डेप्रिशिएशन है, क्योंकि ये कोई एक्सीडेंट में रिड्यूस नहीं हुई वैल्यू और ना ही थेफ्ट हुआ. तो ये जो भी कंटिन्यूअस यूज की वजह से वैल्यू डिडक्ट होती है या वैल्यू रिड्यूस होती है, उसे हम कहते हैं डेप्रिशिएशन. सो डेप्रिशिएशन हम एसेट्स में इसी कंसेप्ट की वजह से अप्लाई करते हैं. और अलोंग विद दिस वी आर गेटिंग डेप्ट और लोन्स, बिकॉज everybody believes that the business who is taking debt or loan will exist for a longer period of time. That's why they are giving us loan. अगर आप सोचोगे कि कोई पर्सन आपसे लोन ले रहा है और वो कल ही बिजनेस बंद करके चला जाएगा, unable to trust on that particular person. Okay, so this is all going concern concept. Next we have consistency. Let's revise once. Going concern concept. In this we believe that business will exist for a longer period of time, and because of this belief we charge depreciation on assets. For example, 10,000 is the value of any assets, and after 3 years the value will be 6,000. So which we are assuming the difference. Suppose 10,000 and 6,000, there is a difference of 4,000. So this difference is known as depreciation, which is continuous reduction in the value of assets because of continuous use. Next term we have debt and loan. So due to this concept, due to going concern concept, businessmen get debts and loans, because everyone, those who are giving loan to the business, believes that business will be long lasting. Next we have consistency assumptions. So consistency word says that there is a consistent work or consistent activities are there. So this is the same way. Consistency concept states that accounting principles and methods should be remain consistent from the year to year. It means methods of recording. There are various methods of recording which allows you to compare, which compare the statement from the other firms which were relevant from the for the end users of the business. So that this consistency concept says method of recording should be same year after year. यानी अगर आपने कोई एक पर्टिकुलर मेथड चूज कर लिया फर्स्ट ईयर में, तो सेम मेथड से ही आप अपने अपकमिंग ईयर्स में अकाउंट मेंटेन करोगे. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस, मैनेजमेंट एंड यूजर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन will be able to analyze the performance. जब हम अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम आपके रिपोर्ट कार्ड्स बना रहे हैं और हाफ ईयरली का हमने रिपोर्ट कार्ड किसी और मेथड से बनाया, एनुअल का रिपोर्ट कार्ड किसी और मेथड से बनाया. सपोज हमने आपका हाफ ईयरली ग्रेडिंग सिस्टम कर दिया और एनुअल में नंबर सिस्टम कर दिया. वी हैवंट टोल्ड यू दैट ग्रेड ए विल बी गिवन टू whom and grade B will be given to whom. In this way we have done something, so you are unable to understand at the end of the year that in half yearly or as compared to half yearly you have scored better in final or not. So with the consistency concept says method of recording should be same year after year, so that management and users of information will be able to analyze the performance. Next we have accrual concept. Accrual concept says that this provides the more appropriate information about the performance of business enterprise as compared to cash basis. So there are, first of all, you need to understand there are two bases of recording. One is cash basis and another one is accrual basis. So the difference between this is, in cash basis we record what we get and pay in term of cash. ये सिर्फ ये देख रहा है कि आपको क्या कैश मिला है और उसी कैश मिले हुए कैश को रिकॉर्ड करेगा. सेकेंड हैंड एक्यूरल बेसिस रिकॉर्ड एवरी क्रेडिट एंड कैश ट्रांजेक्शंस. यानी अगर हमने कुछ उधार भी लिया है तो वो भी रिकॉर्ड होगा और कैश में हुआ है तो भी रिकॉर्ड होगा. सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कैश बेसिस एंड एक्यूरल बेसिस. So accrual concept apply equally to revenue. This concept says that all the transactions should be recorded. This accrual concept doesn't say that whatever we have received, record only those things. This says that whatever you have done in the business, that needs to be recorded. Whether cash is received or not, or whether cash is received or not, comma, cash is paid or not. It means it is explaining you about both receipt of cash and payment of cash. और आपको दोनों ही तरीके की चीजें रिकॉर्ड करनी है, चाहे आपको कैश मिला हो या ना मिला हो, कैश आपने पेमेंट किया हो या ना किया हो, लेकिन अगर ट्रांजैक्शन हो गया है तो वो ट्रांजैक्शन आपको रिकॉर्ड करना है। तो ये रेवेन्यू और एक्सपेंसेस में इक्वली अप्लाई होता है। तो जब भी कोई भी ट्रांजैक्शन, जब भी कोई भी एक्शन हो गया है, इट मीन्स आपकी या तो लायबिलिटी क्रिएट हो गई है या आपकी एसेट्स क्रिएट हो गई है। तो आपको क्या करना है, उसे नोट डाउन करना है। तो दीज थ्री आर द फंडामेंटल assumptions and need not to be specifically stated in the financial statement, and the users of financial statement can take for granted that these assumptions have been followed while preparing financial statement. So it means ये तीन चीजें हमें हमेशा ध्यान में रखनी है जब भी हम फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बना रहे हैं। एंड after this we have other accounting concepts. In this we have first business entity concept. Now understand this business entity concept. According to this, business is treated as a unit, as a separate and distinct from its owner. This says that business and businessmen both are separate, both are different. इस नॉर्मली हम क्या कहते हैं, जिसका बिजनेस है वही बिजनेसमैन है और बिजनेस उसी के रिगार्डिंग हम बिजनेस को भी ट्रीट करते हैं। बट अकाउंटिंग से business and businessman, they both are different, and business is a separate entity. It is always considered as separate from his owners. Business unit should have completely separate set of books, and we have to record business transactions from firm's point of view, not from the point of view of a proprietor. इसमें हमने क्या करना है, अब इजीली समझ लीजिए कि जो भी ट्रांजेक्शन्स हो रहे हैं या बिजनेस ट्रांजेक्शन्स हम उन्हें कहेंगे, और बिजनेस ट्रांजेक्शन्स रिकॉर्ड होंगे फर्म के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, यानी हमें बिजनेसमैन बन के नहीं फर्म बन के सोचना है। एंड सेकेंड थिंग, बिजनेसमैन और वी कैन से ओनर विल बी ट्रीटेड एज क्रेडिटर। क्रेडिटर मीन्स हमें जिसको देना है पैसा, फर्म के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हम बिजनेसमैन को कैसे ट्रीट करेंगे, एज अ creditor. The benefit of this is, in short, we can say the benefit of this that business and businessmen personal property because of this businessman's personal assets will not be affected. अगर हम इन दोनों को एक ही ट्रीट करेंगे तो ऐसी कंडीशन में, इंसॉल्वेंसी की कंडीशन में और कोई ऐसी कंडीशन जो अनफेवरेबल है, उस कंडीशन में बिजनेस की एसेट्स के बाद बिजनेसमैन की पर्सनल एसेट्स भी डेंजर में आ जाएंगी। इसलिए बिजनेस एंटिटी कंसेप्ट कहता है कि बिजनेस एंड बिजनेसमैन दोनों ही डिफरेंट हैं। टुमारो वी विल लर्न मनी मेजरमेंट कंसेप्ट।